Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and I love showcasing indie brands here on my channel. We're diving right in. Today's video is a collaboration with my beautiful friend Heather over at Crazy Beautiful MUA. She's a fellow over 40 creator. She loves all things beauty and makeup. She's super open, honest, kind. I love her. She's incredibly talented. She's one of the kindest people that I know, and she is beautiful inside and out. Please go check her out and tell her that Riri sent you. And if you're coming from Heather's channel, hey beautiful, thank you for joining my beauty family. I opted for my anti-Valentine's Day look to use the new Gourmande Girls Bitten palette. I thought it would be absolutely perfect for this. I do have up some reels, shorts, swatches, and a previous look that I've done, but I did want to dive into this today just because it just spoke to me in terms of like anti-Valentine's Day. I'm not necessarily anti-Valentine's, we just don't celebrate it because our anniversary is close and my birthday is close. Also, what is your favorite Valentine's candy? And what is your favorite gift you've ever been given for Valentine's Day? Were you proposed to on Valentine's Day? Did you get married on Valentine's Day? Is your birthday on February 14th? I'd like to know. I'm going to go ahead and prep. We are going to dive in. This is going to be a little bit more detail oriented than I typically go here on my channel. I definitely try to make sure everything is beginner friendly. I still think it's very beginner friendly because you're literally just slapping the shadows on, but I'm using a little bit more product than I tend to use. I'm going in with the very last little bit of my Alter Ego eyeshadow base. This was gifted and I have an affiliated code with them that is Riri10 to save 10%. But I love this so much, I literally broke my no-buy and I just ordered 2 more. It's that good. I love the texture and the consistency of this. I like that it gives a little bit of coverage. So if you do, have veining and things like that, it's going to kind of help diminish that. But if you have dry skin, like me, dry lids, it doesn't like become creasy and cakey and it's not like over drying or anything like that. I like it. It's like that kind of perfect little mid-ground of giving the coverage and stuff that I want, helping to make the eyeshadows pop and last a little bit longer, but then not over drying my lids or anything. So I'm literally going to go in with some little eye tapes. I got this little thing with a bunch of rolls of these from, I think, Amazon. And they're very, very gentle on the under eyes. If you're going to opt to do this with kind of like standard tape, I highly, highly recommend putting it on the back of your hand first and then placing it down. And I'm only using these just to kind of give me a little bit of a baseline. Like they don't have to be super even or anything like that. And you don't even need to use these. If you want to just go in and slap on the if you just want to go in and slap on the eyeshadows, you can also do that and then just clean everything up when you're done. And I'm going to go into the palette into the shade Hell Mouth first. And I'm going to go in with just a fluffy brush. You could go in with like a smudger type brush, whatever is your preference. And I am literally going to follow this line. I want this to be really dragged out, just very, very bold. That's kind of the vibe that I'm kind of going for today. And then kind of keep it real low to the lash line. And this is almost like a deep blackened purple. It's such a dark purple that it almost veers black. And I'm going to keep this not going really past like right here. And then I'm going to sweep it up just a little bit. Again, you do not need the tape. Like you could go in and just slap this on all over in kind of a pulled out wing type shape. And then just clean it up with some concealer or a makeup wipe. I hope everybody is well. I hope you guys go check out Heather's channel. I really, really enjoy doing collaborations. I don't do them super often, but I am down to do a collaboration, especially when it's something like this, where we can kind of do something a little bit different, go a little bit against the grain, if you will. Do something just a little bit more creative, a little bit more fun. And like I said, I definitely try to make sure that everything is very beginner friendly here. You can see I'm literally slapping this on and just creating a very exaggerated, very bold kind of winged out shape. Staying in this exact brush, I'm going to go into this really beautiful Immortal shade. It's like a pretty lilac-y type shade. And right where I left off here, again, literally just slapping it on, I'm going to diffuse this just a little bit. I still want that like deep, dark richness. base is on. And the reason I'm showing both of these is because I'm demoing these both together for another video. I'm going to go in with the Gourmande Girls Glitter Primer. This is my all-time favorite glitter primer. I did pay for this myself, but I do have an affiliated code with Gourmande Girls that is RERE10 for 10% off. And the reason I like this one so much is because it's incredibly thin. It has a really nice, like, thin texture to it. It feels like a serum. It dries down really, really quickly, and it's tacky without being, like, super duper sticky. Like, a lot of these types of products will pull up, like, the matte from underneath, which that's fine. We're laying something on top of it. It's not a big deal. But there's just something about the texture and the consistency and everything of this. I love it. I'm going to go back into the palette. I'm going to go in with my pinky, and I'm going to go into the shade right here. This is called Mina, and it's like one of those beautiful translucent type shades that has like a pink shift to it. I just thought it would be really, really pretty with this look. I'm popping that on the inner portion and on the actual inner corner. And then the shade I've been dying to use, I knew I was going to wait to use it for this particular look, is the shade Hysteria. And it just looks incredible. And I'm excited. Oh my goodness. That is stunning. And if this is too much for you, you know, obviously I'm going for, you know, a more anti-Valentine's, you know, very dark, moody, grungy type of vibe. And not that I have anything against Valentine's Day at all. We just don't celebrate because my birthday and our anniversary is like right around the corner. It's not something that I'm like, you know, fully anti-Valentine's Day and how dare you celebrate. Like, honey, if you want to celebrate your love, celebrate your love. Do whatever makes you feel like the best version of yourself. But all that to say, if you wanted to kind of simplify this, you could literally just go in with your fingers, use the lighter shade, and then do the darker shade like I'm doing again, just with your fingers. And then if you wanted to take just a little fluffy brush, go in with the black and barely put any just kind of on this little outer corner here, you'd be done. It would be a look. Now I'm going to go into a firm smudger or packer style brush. I'm going to go right back into Hellmouth. And I'm going to press this, meeting where I've left off over here, just so that the look is a little bit more cohesive. And I'm going to press that into the lower lash line. Then I'm going to go back into that little same exact brush I used for here and here. And I'm going to go back into the shade Immortal, which is that kind of lilac-y shade. Pinch my brush just a little bit, and I'm going to diffuse that other shade with this. All right, the eyes are done for now. I'm going to go into my By Terry Quad. This is the Brightening CC palette in the colorway Beach Bomb. This was gifted to me a while back from my beautiful friend Kate. I'm going to kind of sort of bronze up. This is not really dark enough to be like a heavy bronzer on me, but I'm more focused on going into this like beautiful kind of orchid shade of blush. If you do celebrate Valentine's Day, I'm curious what you normally do. Do you make a nice romantic dinner at home? Do you go out to dinner? Do you go to a movie? Do you keep it just super quiet? I'd like to know. Do you have an anniversary on Valentine's Day? I'd like to know. I'm going to go into this orchid shade pretty heavily, actually. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, like I said, we don't necessarily celebrate, but it's not because we were like, you know, anti having that holiday or whatever. It's literally just because it makes no sense for us to celebrate at that time when our anniversary and my birthday is like literally right around the corner from there. So yeah. All right, I think I'm happy here. I'm going to go in with my Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Far Out, which is the beautiful kind of lilac-y shade. And this is one of those that kind of reminds me of the shade I used on my eyes, where they kind of look unassuming and they don't look like a whole lot in the pan, but then the shift to them is unreal. I'm going to go into kind of a fluffy, flimsy brush. And I kind of want to pick up a lot here. And I just think it will pull everything together. I think it's gonna look really, really stunning. Again, if you wanted to, you know, make this a little bit more wearable, in quotes, you could go in with less blush, obviously. You could go in with, you know, no highlighter. You could go in with kind of a standard highlighter that's, you know, not lilac-y or purple. But yeah, I just wanted to do something a little bit more fun, a little bit more different. Oh yeah, that's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Oh, it's so pretty. I like when a look comes together, you guys, because, you know, sometimes they don't. And next up, I'm going to go in with my Fine Beauty eyeliner in black. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. This, the Revant, and then the Smashbox ones, love. But the white one of this, pretty much I use it almost every single time that I do my makeup now. I wanted to do white, but I felt like, you know, we're going a little bit more dark, a little bit more moody, so I opted to do the black for today. And you can see in real time, like, that is intense and very, very creamy, but not like so slippy and creamy that it's like breaking off or gunking up. It's not mushy. And these are bulletproof, you guys. Like, they're phenomenal. And because I am going deeper, darker, I am also going to tight line the upper lash line. If you do not feel comfortable enough doing that, by all means, skip that part. It just adds a little something. I'm going to throw on some mascara. I'm going to be going in, as always, with my Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Mascara for the lower lash line. And then the one that I've really been loving recently is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. That's for the top. BRB. All right, here's the look so far. I am loving this so much. Next up, I'm going to go into the All Lip No Trip in Black Track Lip Liner from Made by Mitchell.